Good morning, everybody out there. Welcome to the Sunday Easy. Brick love to you early cunts up in the chat, fighting for the top spot. Good morning, everybody, man. Wow, it's great to be back in the nest, back in the Sunday Easy with you. Ready to kick off another stream of some brilliant melt. Hey, Gazé, Brick love, one love to you. Good morning, melted inverted rail. Yes, Gazé. And was that a sex pass in the thumbnail? Yeah, man, that was a good pick, right? Oh, wow. No, it's good to be up in here, man. You know, you up in there chatting already, getting ready for this stream, you know. And the melt's going to flow, that's for sure. It's going to be up in here. Melted Inverted Realm, greetings to you, Brick Love. Drake, welcome to the Thunderdome. Yeah, I could get a little thundery up in here, man. You know, we fly high, we fly straight, we fly together. Melted Red Brick University, like, share, and subscribe. Tip of the spear, the shield of truth in Meltology, man.
Hey, good
rough morning.
I'm here. How you doing? Hope your day's blessed. Big love out to the Meltheads, the early counts. And yes, that was the sex pest himself. That was Dino on a night out. We have to let him out of the box now and again so they can vent. He needs to vent now and again.
Oh, that's hilarious, man.
Dude, that's such a funny picture.
Oh, that was
yeah, guys, welcome back to the Chill Out Zone, the Sunday Easy, back in doing it as we do on this Sunday afternoon, morning where you are, Dino, and evening and night in the other parts of the realm. I hope you're all having a great day, enjoying the time off. First day of the week, you know, we go back to the grindstone tomorrow, so let's make today count. Of course, remember, all life matters, and you cannot live in fear. Never live in fear. Fear is the mind killer. Anyway, I'm not going to be on very long today. I've got to go to my wonderful granddaughter's birthday party. She's 7, and so I'll be in for about 45 minutes, and then I'm out. And Dino will take you on through. But we will be coming back with the Chill Out Zone in the next couple of days for a longer show, our long stream.
Yeah, our evening shows are the long streams.
Yeah. So when we're on at 10:30, you know that you're in for a good 5-hour show.
Yeah.
We work around Dino because, you know, he's a working man. So, but it works out well because it gives us a good break and a good time away from the stream to come up with the goods, as we always seem to do.
We do.
Now, yes, Mr. Dean. Also, a shout out to Red Brick University with the new moderators and the admins and the members. Great stuff, as always. If you haven't joined, please do. It's one simple question to answer. If you don't answer the question, I'm afraid there's no other way in.
No.
We're monitoring now the mods, letting people in without answering questions. So, and referrals are the same. You've got to answer that question.
Yeah.
It's a valid point. We don't want to keep going through the same stuff that we've been going through from the beginning with newbies and stuff. So you have to do a little bit of research and you should be able to answer the question. Very easy question.
Yes.
Also, shout out to all the other meltologists out there who are putting in the time, the work, the boots on the ground, getting the evidence and the contents up for all their wonderful channels. As I said before, it's all about, you know, it's love. It's all love from this end. You know, we don't hate anybody. We've got no bad words to say about anybody. No. We get on and do what we have to do.
Yeah.
The shit we sell, it may not be to everybody's liking, but it's to our liking.
And that's what matters. You know?
And that is what matters. And of course, if you want to get in contact with us, the email, Instagram is in the description box, along with the back catalogue, Spartan's back, vast back catalogue. The link for the Odyssey channel is there also.
Indeed.
Anything you want to add, Dino?
Make sure you get into that backup channel on Odyssey and look at that information, because that's the melt from the get-go. You know, that's Spartan's earliest work there, and it just carries on up into where we are now and everywhere in the middle. So if you want to find out about Meltology and learn about us and the Eagle Eye crew and this platform, review that information. It'll give you everything you need.
So, well said, mate. Well said. Anyway, as I have not got an abundance of time today, we're going to just jam back straight in with memes of the day. How about that one? No playing about today, Dave.
No, getting right to it.
Get right to it. I'll get you laughing. It's all it's all needed because the evidence makes you bring you down. So now, as you know, no memes were gazumped, trumped, jumped, or even pumped in the making of memes of the day. See that thing? Got the 4 words now. Oh, you never know. People might be trying to imitate me, Dean. I have to keep moving.
Well, they like to do that.
They do. And as always, any likeness to anyone alive, dead, or fictitious is mainly purely coincidental. And we don't care because humour cannot be censored.
No.
And if you don't like one meme, don't get butthurt. The next one along will probably make you titter. It'll make you guffaw. It'll make you ha ha. And of course, if you're under 18, you shouldn't be watching this. Get your parents' permission before you watch this stream.
Yeah.
We do like to say the word cunt.
With the proper meaning behind it.
The proper meaning, because you're all cunts there. You're all cunts to me. Of the highest degree. Anyway, Let's go.
You're in. Boom.
Oh, good. Here we go. Let's start off with a little bit food for thought, because people think they're free. The privately owned, public administered, moderate corporate slavery racket hierarchy, the kings at the moment are the banks, the queens are the politicians, medical doctors and attorneys, the bishops are accredited, aka teachers, the knights are the mainstream media, the rooks are the police and the military, and ye old common slave. There you are, you're a pawn.
That's right. A game made up by Freemasonry.
There you go. Should tell you all you need to know.
Yeah.
I want to hold you. Yay! Accountable for your actions. Whoa! Whoa. Step back, mate. Step back. You forget about that shit. Slaves being ruled by warlords. Slaves being ruled by warlords in suits that let you pretend to elect them. Yay! Yeah. Ain't it always the way?
Yeah.
How some of you are going to look when I become a ghost. I'm not playing now. Some of you are going to wake up with your jaws broken. When someone calls you weird and you remember the etymology of the word weird, weird, having power to control fate, from the old English weird, fate, chance, fortune, destiny, the fates. There you go. So you are a magician.
Yeah.
Oh, after 35 years of law service, they finally found out he doesn't actually work there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look where he's got his hands. He's a
man.
Look at him. He's loving it. He's like, he has to go to the toilet about 10 times a session. And he don't even work there. Destroy your television sets now. You must listen to no orders. That's all I can tell you from this point in humanity. Believe me, Rick Mail. That was his last words. Next day he was dead.
Yeah.
Next day he was dead. What mankind needs right now is a COVID amnesty. It's pronounced firing squad.
Yes.
Karen.
Yeah.
Right. Conspiracy theorists. Harmful extremists. People capable of complex pattern recognition. Oh yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yes, you've got to see the patterns. It's always there. Come join the club. We got a spot for you, Mr. Zelensky.
Yeah.
When the bubble's about to pop, yeah, we've got a spot for you. When you have no more need to be a puppet for the West, we've got a spot for you.
Yeah.
That awesome moment when they finally acknowledge that you might have a point.
Yeah, man.
As
Brilliant
geologists, I'm waiting for that point from geologists. Yeah. The left, the right. Me posting memes to trigger them both. I love that shit. Love it. How I sleep knowing I don't own any grey sweatpants, so lusty Jezebels can't sexually objectify me. Sorry. They love their grey sweatpants.
Yeah.
Society when a rapper says the industry is run by rich white men. Society when a rapper says the industry is run by rich white men with small funny hats.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you cannot criticize those that rule you. HR lady said I should probably leave the office Halloween party. He's not coming back. He's fired. He's fired. Oh, they call you anti-Semitic, but they never call you a liar. Ever notice that?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
The only people who've made a law to say that you can't hate them. Incredible. Fucking retard. Includes mask, boosters, virtual cape, sense of superiority, one UKR bandana. Why serial killers always wear these glasses, son?
Yeah. Right?
You know, must be something about them. I mean, look, same fucking kind of glasses, crazy. Oh yes, it's the transgender agenda.
Yeah.
Mr. Klaus is making them eat beetles. Look, the Bug Street Boys, Millennium Beach.
That's funny.
So, who have we got? Who's this one here? The first one on the right.
That looks like Hunter Biden.
Yeah, it might be Hunter
No,
Biden.
maybe not. Oh, no.
Might be, I don't know. This is obviously Gates, this is Trudeau, this is Schwab, and this is Mr. Forgetful himself.
Yeah.
When you see the mushroom cloud over Washington, D.C., a blessing from the Lord. How the allopath looks when you ask about nutrition. Pills? Pills, man? Are you crazy? Oh, listen, look who are rubbing shoulders. Henry Kissinger with Klaus Schwab.
Yes.
You judge people by the company they keep. Let me tell you, look, here another picture. Prince Charles, there he is in the background again.
Yep.
Mr. Schwab, I don't know who this guy is, but you judge people by the company they keep. These are psychopathic monsters.
Yes.
When you're having sex with a gender fluid person and halfway through they change their gender to make you gay. No, please. Oh, Mary. No, it's Martin. Oh, Martin. Oh, I'm smarting, Martin. Oh, how to stop a feminist. Oh dear. Of course. Me, whenever someone claims to have already transcended the 3D and is now existing on 5D. Oh, mate. Uh-oh. You see?
Yeah.
Groomer, enabler, and victim. Get it? Look what they're doing. Oh, my days.
Absolutely.
No fossils in fossil fuels. Every time you hear the term fossil fuels used by experts, you're being lied to. In 1892, at the Geneva Convention, J.D. Rockefeller paid scientists to call oil fossil fuel to induce the idea of scarcity. The truth is, oil is the second most prevalent liquid on Earth next to water and regenerates within the Earth faster than it could ever be depleted.
Yeah.
Starting to get their game now?
Yeah, man.
safe and effective.
Yeah. Look at that. Man.
Look at the victims of their parents' stupidity.
Look at these. Oh my God. This is.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucked up. The CIA, when they realised that a group of fish is called a school. I know, buddies. It's psyop time.
Yeah.
How about that? McDonald's sorry after customer found fragments of human teeth in his McMuffin.
Oh my God, motherfucker!
I'm telling you, you're eating your own self. You're eating your own people there if you go and eat that shit. Voting. It makes you look like a prostitute who caters exclusively to clowns.
Yeah.
Harsh but true. By now, we should all be out of bubblegum.
Fucking A. Damn straight.
Should we just?
Yeah.
Comply harder. Good.
Well, Klausy happy now. Fucking.
Yeah. Less bugs for you, more bugs for me. You will get chipped eventually. You will get fucked immediately. And so it should be. That face you make when your balls itch, but you're out in public so you can't scratch them.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, it's old Helen. Ellen. There he is. Oh, Ellen.
There he is.
Mum, why do people vote? Well, dear, they had dog shit for brains, hearts and guts, and they just cannot leave a single cock dick left unsucked. Touche.
Yeah. Oh, man. Nailed him this morning.
You know, I'll try.
Yeah.
I did try. Anyway, that was the news today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Everybody who's in late or watching on the catch up should have been here.
Yes.
How dare you? How dare you? Anyhow, as I say, time is of the essence with me today. So, Mr. Dean,
yeah,
I'm just going to fling some evidence on, and then I've probably got about another 15 minutes, and then I'm out of here.
Okay.
So if I do that, then you can take over once I've left the building. Elvis has left the building, folks. He's left the building. But be sure, come the next stream, I'll be firing on all cylinders with no time issues. It's not good with time issues. There we go.
Yeah,
you can see that. And of course, the new video is already out. The eagle eye perspective, that's already out. It was out this morning.
Wow.
And this is the evidence from the video beforehand. And of course, as we constantly and always see, the fragments, the remains of the tops of melted buildings as you know them, but I know them as grid components. The tops and melted fragments of grid components that melted in the enormous brick flood from huge, monstrous buildings. Again, here we see another piece. You see the brickwork is all churned out.
Yeah.
Look at the wall behind. How flat it is. All the bricks are all compressed, flat. Incredible damage here.
Oh yeah.
And again, we're seeing these now in a new light. The stories, the narratives behind don't fit these places now, because when you see this kind of expansion at the bottom, it's an old world order building.
Yeah.
There's no two buts about it. Look at the brickwork in the remaining part of the wall, bricks down here, and then it's all cooked up into blocks, and then we go into the brickwork again. It's just crazy. This is the fluctuation in the electrical charge.
Yeah.
More the same. Yeah. Those detractors out there can't explain this. How are you building with these ballooned up these balloon rocks here?
Right.
I mean, even here, look what's happening on this corner here. Expansion. The bricks are changing. That's what's happening here. Look, they're starting to bubble up. One popping out here.
Yeah.
You cannot build a structure like this in this fashion. Any builder will tell you, even one from today. Again, you're seeing the tops of melted buildings, the remainder of the churned up bricks, all in the wall. Look here, this piece here, back here, it's all the same, sitting in brick flood.
Yeah.
The outside skin of the building or the bricks is gone. You're seeing the churned out internals expanding. Same again. Zooming, you just see the brickwork here, different to the brickwork here. And of course, look how low it is. It's sat in the brick flow. Aperture here, arch here. Looks like there might have been a concrete mould going up along the top here. See aperture here, aperture here. And it is not, they're not fragments as in little pieces on their own. It is worldwide and it is all connected.
Yeah.
Again, we see the altered states of matter here. Look, this should all be red brick, but it's not. But it's cooked out, expanded, and churned up. Come on now.
Yeah, man, look at this.
Come on now. Start at the top. Look, can't see the brickwork here. Melted, and you've got a small rock cut going over here.
Yeah.
Just like imagine this is just bubbling here.
Exactly, man.
Bubbling and dripping over. It's leaning backwards. The apertures are expanded. This set of apertures are closed up from the bricks advancing upwards and churning upwards, blowing out, rocking up. And look at the base.
Yeah.
This is all expanded brick. Just sunk down into itself. The bottom is flaring outwards.
Yep.
Yeah, it's sat there for years and years and years. Nobody's noticed it.
Like that.
This.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a huge piece of building. Huge piece of grid component. The outside shell's gone. You now see the cooked out, churned, expanded interior bricks. And up here, look, we have apertures. This is archways.
Yep.
Archways. There's a small piece of the column at the base here.
Yeah.
Notice the bottom. Look, the brick flood was way up here.
Yeah.
And again, what is the need to have parts of a car cell in the middle of nowhere with nothing joining it? Where's the walls that go around with it and
Right.
the rest of it? But yet again, it's sunken into the melt. Look at the archway here,
Yes.
leaning backwards. This one's tilting to the left. Archway here, you can see the bricks of it right here behind the shrubs.
Yeah.
And all this ground is brick flood, because this is sat in brick flood. That's why it's sinking down, or it's sunk down. Another shot of this place. Oh, look at the roof here.
Yeah.
These squares. It is all melt, sinking the brick flood. Plant life can hardly take a grip on there.
Right.
Hardly take a grip. These apertures. These grey squares.
Yeah.
Look like could have been concrete moulds.
Could have been. Who knows?
Could have been concrete moulds. Again, building sinking down into the brick flood. Notice the corner here, melted.
Yeah.
Look, balloon rocks on the other side, brickwork inside, look. And it's down underneath the level of the brick flood.
Right.
The brick flood's going over the top of it. This archway here. It's all indicators that everything was in flux because it was all viscous.
Absolutely, man.
It was all viscous. Again, look at the side of this. Look at the brickwork. Look at this aperture here to this one here. Look at the difference. Look at this edge. Churned out bricks. You see we've got balloon rocks here.
Yeah.
They haven't popped out. They've changed shape, but they haven't started expanding. Only the X Factor can do these things. Only the X Factor can do these things. It was not a geological event, as such. You know, we're not talking about volcanoes, we're not talking about mud floods and tectonic plates and all this malarkey that they've thrown at you for years and years. None of that can explain this damage here at the bottom of this building.
Yeah.
Very simple. Where is the brickwork here? You're looking at the internals of the building here. You know, the face of it should look like this, but it doesn't. It's gone.
Yeah.
Melted off the cancer rock curtained over here. Look, this edge. And here. Rock curtained over. Bricks are just turned to mush.
Yeah.
And then you have to skin over the top here on this one.
Wow. Logistics, man. Logistics. And
how the hell are you building up there? How are you investing? Why are you investing two different type of brickwork in the same building? You've got this here, very blocky. Next to it, very ballooned up.
Yeah.
Why are you investing two types of brickwork? And how did you put this one in the center in particular? How did you build that with all of this expanded mess in the bottom here? And then look at the top. I mean, come on now. This. How are you getting this brickwork on this? Not possible.
No.
He says they're lying. And of course they are.
Yeah.
I don't want you to know the truth. Again, look at the bricks. Churned up, the plant life growing on the top. Bricks have turned to blocks. Look at the aperture here, the expansion. Look at this side here, how wide it is at the bottom. Incredible, and of course it's sat on itself.
Yeah.
You know, it's sat on itself. Look here, right in the foreground, a bit of brick that's exposed under the grass. Right here. And we see this over and over again. And we have no plausible explanation from the so-called experts.
No.
From so-called academia, no plausible explanation for the damage that we're seeing in buildings and in vast areas of the realm. You know, the top, the vast deserts and stuff. There is no plausible explanation of what happens to bricks when they're cooking.
Yeah.
See how they're all popped out? You can see behind the bricks. Look. See behind the bricks. You didn't see that popped out. This is a reaction to the heat and the electrical charge. These are cooked. This is cooked bricks. Look here.
Yeah.
Look at the bricks here. Look. These are cooked, and they're cooked to such a point where they've gone viscous and the bubbles have come and the bubbles have popped, leaving the surface looking like this.
Yeah.
Look at this one. We can pick them out as you go along. Look here, the transition from the churned up brick here into the brick, the cooked brick in front here. Look, the one underneath it, even more better example, and the third.
Yeah.
Just in this area. See the transition? When you get to looking, you can't stop looking.
Yeah.
You know? This one. When you get to looking, you can't stop looking. Again, notice the demeanour of the brickwork, the colour, the way the plant life is invading it. And of course, the elephant in the room. Look back here. This is not liquefaction, this is building melting downwards. It's melting downwards at an angle, so like gives it this appearance. Still, you know, might say liquefaction. If it's mud flood, why is all the brickwork affected like this with all this green algae?
Right.
This is a sign that the brickwork has been through heat and there's carbon-14 in the surface areas that the plant life can take hold in. This shows you, and of course the brickwork here on this at the back, this all blocks, this concrete mold is burned.
Yeah.
Here at the bottom.
Look at that, man.
Look. Burned. When you see the brickwork with all this algae, you know it's heat damage. What part of the grid component is debatable. Could be because these pieces go on both sides of this wall. It's a wall. It's not a road. It's a wall that's in between these two. So you could well have a row. These are just the base parts of the horseshoe magnets.
Yeah.
But again, the brickwork is churned out, as you can see, sitting in a mound on the mound of brick flood. You can't build buildings into mountains. It's not possible.
No.
But again, I like this shot. You've got the two sides of the grid component. The central part is melted outwards down here.
Mm-hmm.
Churned up bricks in the edge. Bricks turned to blocks back here. Plant life infested. There you go, another grid component.
Yep.
More of the same buildings that you don't look at twice, but now you do, because you can notice the carbon 14 stains. The bricks look white. They are fried, and of course the mess underneath gives away what it really is.
Yeah.
Same again. Look, it looks like coral here. It's like coral, but it's not. It's melted bricks. Huge chunks of it too, stuck in the A-frame.
Oh,
Back here, more of the wall. You cannot call these mountains, mate. I'm not having it.
No.
I'm not having it anymore. We've shown far too many bricks and doorways and stairs and apertures in the mountains for them to be anything other than what they are, huge grid components. And turmoil in the bricks, look. Turmoil in the bricks, the electrical charge. And why are you building buildings that are sunken down so low? The top, churned out bricks with plant life, carbon 14 scavengers are in. Look at the staining. It just tells you I've been melted.
Oh yeah.
Another idyllic scene that you could see anywhere in any country village or rural area. But again, look at the building. We see the same thing. See, the bricks are damaged and they've now changed into this grey stuff. Underneath you can still see bricks though. Bricks. When is a building not a building? When it's a melted building, of course.
Yeah.
And this one is a melted building, as you can see. Look, this archway filled in. This huge piece here, look, just turned to shit. This is churned out where it's leaning over, when it's leaning. Again, just see where the most damage is, where it was the hottest. Yeah, let's just build a half a side of a building with a door.
Right.
You know, let's just do that. You know, where's the rest of this building? The rest of this building is back this way to the right in this bank. This bank is the rest of the building. You see a piece of it back here.
Yeah.
The bricks churned out the colour. Bottom of the doorway, look, where is that? This is all heat damage from the ground upwards. Why do we need an opening down here, please? Sunk into the brick flood.
Real quick, brother. Brick Love, I am Nancy, Sandra Boys. Good to see you up in here. They say the music's a little too loud.
Turn it down then, mate.
Yeah, I just saw it. It's my comments on the page here aren't popping up, but on my phone on the comments they're loaded. So,
do you want me to do it, or can you do it?
No, I got it. I'm just saying my comments are different from my phone to my screen.
All right, put on the normal studio music then.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bump this down a little bit.
Yeah, just might be that track is a bit vicious. But again, look at the bottom here of this huge tower. Look at the damage. Look at the brickwork here, staining. Huge expansion here. I like the transition. You see the brickwork here, then all of a sudden it blows up into this balloon rock here. Look, I was damage here and here, all around this place. Really? Dean, you need to fluff. I need to get a drink, mate. My throat went dry just because of this picture.
Right on. Yes, crew, good morning. Welcome, everybody. I'm looking on my phone. My comments aren't posting up here on my computer. But anyway, Sandra Boys, I am Nancy, Gazay, Melted Inverted Realm, Drake, Odin's Beard. Welcome, everybody. You know what time it is. You know where to be here on a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, wherever you're at, coming into the nest, looking for the memes, looking for the melts, and that's what we do, and we love doing it. And always fantastic evidence. You know, you see these kind of pics like this one in the middle here. You know, you got to think how many decades or hundreds of years now people just been walking around that, you know, and seeing it for what it is, you know. I'm sure there have been many, and when they tried to speak out about it, they were silenced, of course. You know, meltology is geology. And, you know, you think about it, you know, we're out here doing whatever we do to survive. We come up in here and we show this truth. And, you know, geologists probably sleeping in their beds about now because they're off today. And they don't have to worry about their jobs because they got tenure, you know, and tenure and deceptions. Because look at this melt right here. Look at the detail in that arch.
To the bloody holes where the bricks have come out.
Yeah.
This up here, churning. And look at this side, for the expansion here. Look how the bricks have changed. Come to there, boom, turn into blocks. See that ballooning up? And this is the Starfall corner.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Ox Axe, Rick Love says, Laughing Eagle, Fervent Heat. Hello.
Look at this shit. This huge crack starting to happen. Why? Because this is expanding away. This left hand side where the crack's happening, it's coming away. Balloon rocks at the bottom. This is amazing. The bricks are starting to look different here than they do here. The mortar on the right hand side is still in, but on the left here it's gone. See that, Dino?
Oh yeah.
See the mortar on the right, still basically there, but not on the left. Crazy. This expansion on the right. Old world order built remnant.
Yes, it is.
Again. Look at the melt here. Heat from the bottom, ballooning up the side. Got to the top here of this side. Damage in here, damage here. Even out here, look, damage. I won't dawdle. Middle of nowhere.
Yes.
The forest has grown up around it. It wasn't placed here in the forest. Look, coralization of bricks here. Look, see how rough it and chewed out it is. But here, the skin, right here. This is all underneath the skin.
Yeah.
And look how this is chewed up here. It's just amazing, this process that these buildings went through to get this look.
Yeah.
You know, this was all perfect red bricks. Now look at them. Look, one here popping out. Now look at them. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible process. Incredible, unlucky to have all those factors happening at once to actually cause these transformations. You know, look, red bricks, churned out red bricks, blocks. You know, this tail's leaning back. It's wobbling actually.
It is.
See, the base is now starting to get wider than the top. The base.
Yeah.
Incredible band of bricks here is mad. Any building from that era, most of them. Not your new builds, because I know you fucking idiots can be idiots. Oh, well, not every building in the world, of course, obviously not the newer ones, no. And I've had that kind of question before in the comments team.
Right.
I just thought this guy for real. Again, what accounts for the brickwork in this building?
Yes.
Look at the actual mortar is swollen up here as well as the bricks. The mortar is expanded as well.
Yeah.
Again, this is the other side of the road from the picture I showed you. You can see that they're straddling the mound of melt, and all the brickwork is churned. The skin has gone. This is what it looks like. This is why people think they're mountains.
Yeah.
This is why people think they're coral, because they have this look. But when you strip it back and look, you see it's a first course of bricks, and then underneath is that churned out shit I just showed you. From here, look, same.
Yeah.
Make these connections because they will help. They'll help you understand. Again, look up here. Look what happened to the bricks. Look, this one's gone. It's only the top part. Look.
Yeah.
Melted out. All melted. All viscous. See the holes and everything. See the surface is all hot marked. See the hot air trying to get out. I mean, look at what the fuck is going on with this block. Split in half. Well, thirds nearly. Crazy. Hole in this one. I like to see bricks in disorder. I like to see towers leaning back like this with the bottom expanded out. Oh my. Well, the bottom is expanded out. Look.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah. That's all you're going to see. Oh, man. Look.
Holy shit. Yeah, look at that.
Look how far this is. This edge is supposed to be here.
Yeah.
But it's like this top part slid back. It slid back a piece. And of course, you know it's building is made of bricks. Look, apertures. Look, there's a lintel. I bet there was a lintel for something there.
Yeah.
Looks like it's an archway or a doorway here. But it's in bad shape. So is this. This is in bad shape too.
Oh, yeah.
You can see the damage. The damage don't have to be explained to you. You can see it.
It's right there.
Yeah, right there. But also, so's this red brick right here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little bit deformed, but it's a red brick, nevertheless. Oh, look, the old sheep are in there. The old grass cutters. Again, notice the demeanour of the building itself, the brick component. Look at the brickwork. It just looks like coral, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As it's been churned and the outer skin has come off. We've got rows of red bricks here. Got compressed red brick here to the left. The archways, you can see it's red brick. This one's filled in, incredibly filled out, sorry. This is all heat damage, X factor. Oh man.
Wow. Look at that.
See what happened here, people?
Oh, yeah.
See what happened here? This part of the building squeezed out. Sitting on top of this. Let me go up. This is sitting on top of this, which is melting as well. All the pressure, all the damage here. Notice the angle of this. It's going away from you. This is going down. So this is coming down with the pressure, and it's squeezed this out. This is melted red brick here, from this wall. But it's so hot and viscous, it's been squeezed.
Well,
what can I say? Your eyes can see it just as well as I can.
oh man, look at that shit, dude. Wow.
Your eyes are just as good as mine, people. There's no mistaking it. There's no such thing as mountains. It's all melted buildings, as you can clearly see from this picture. There's your structure in the center. There's a rock curtain at the back on this tower here.
Yeah.
It's like an arch here, but damage here. So, I mean, come on.
Yes.
You can see it yourselves. I don't even have to zoom that shit. It's prevalent. Look at this brickwork. This is like a cross-hatched view of the wall. You see brickwork here. Still looks like brickwork to the bottom, but as you move up, it's just churning. Again, the damage. This is melted all the way down here. Everywhere we go. How are you building into the side of a mountain like this? Get out of here.
Right.
How are you doing that? When we can see this here, look, it's melted. This above it. And then you've got this wall that comes down and drops down this way in front of the arch. And how are you building this shit? Starfall started. Look.
Yeah.
See the corner? How far away it is? And the aperture twisted the other way, this way, twisted this way, twisted that way.
Wow. Look at the balloon rock in the top left.
Oh,
man.
Up here, crazy. And they won't give you the correct analysis of these places. They give you the mumbo jumbo.
Melted Inverted Realm says, come on.
Of course. I mean, look at the damage at the bottom here. That's all you need to know. Look at it. Leaning back into the melt here. Look, leaning up sides, as we always see and always say.
Yeah.
We see lots of these. People just don't recognise them. They don't recognise. Look at the bricks. What are they doing here?
Oh, look at the cuber down there, man. Look at that shit.
Look at the angle. Look at the angle. How they're leaning back, like going like dominoes here. This one onto this one. This one hitting this one. Incredible. You can't build buildings at these angles.
Oh, man.
You know? Again, look. They don't see things. Look at the brickwork here. In this part, tells you that all of this is a building trapped in brick flood. You don't see it from this angle. What about this angle then? Here you go. This is where we were. This is where I just showed you here. Look at the rest of it. Come on. All melted buildings. Carbon 14 everywhere here. Look at this is bulging out here.
Yeah.
Bottom of this tower's give out. This one is in all sorts of wobbles. This here, and all the brickwork is done in. I'm trying to fly through. Here we go. Look.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I'm trying to fly through. I want to get to a certain picture. Look, brickwork. Doing the dance. Here, look. Doing the dance. Come on. Look. The damage. This is all melted brick. Nothing to do with any geological term that they've invented yet.
No.
Come on. Where is the brickwork here? I'm flying through. I'm gonna have to be going in a minute, then. Okay, look, this is the building. All the rest is melted. Look, this is your coastline. Look, tops of the melted buildings. All the rest of it is in this rock curtain here.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Say what you will. If you think that you can see another reason why this is so expanded outwards, please let me know on the postcard.
Please.
Let me know on the postcard. Facebook user says history is being made here, but I can see the the last vestige of geologist parasites, MSM, on their last day of broadcasting, attempts to convince the last that these structures are leftover haunted houses from the Spirit Halloween franchise. Look into franchise haunted buildings, MSM building. Bullshit, of course.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
You know. Right, Dino, I have to run.
Okay, brother.
It's getting close to my time. But continue to have a good show. I'll get in contact with you soon. We'll sort out the next stream. Please, guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You hit the notification button so that you know when the next stream will be on. I will be back soon, and Dino's going to take you through to the end of the show. And Dino, have a great show, mate. I'll be in contact. Love you all. Take care. One love, much love, Brick love. I'm out of here. Boom.
Brick love. Wonderful memes. Brilliant evidence. Once again, thank you, brother. That was awesome. And I'm having to look at my computer screen and bounce off my phone screen because my comments are way off. A lot of your comments are not showing up on my computer, and but they are on my phone. So I don't know what's up with that. It's StreamYard. I'll deal with it. But brick love to everybody out there, and thank you for coming in. Thank you for flying into the nest and coming together. Eagle Eye Crew, breaking down the melt. And that's what we love to do. And I'm going to continue this on. And like I said yesterday, I've only got a short time today. I have maybe 2 hours left. But I'm going to get through my evidence. But first, before I do that, give me just a second. There you go. A little gift from Spartan Red. So I'm going to fly into some evidence, and I'll go through and carry on for a bit, and I'll be listening for the ding, the little ding in the background, letting me know that somebody grabbed that link I just posted. So, like I said, click on in, fly on in here real quick with me. Say hey. You don't have to show evidence, man. You can hang out with me and we'll break down evidence, and then you can fly out whenever you want. No pressures. You can even avatar up. So that link is right there for anybody that wants to grab it. Please do. Please do. And I'm going to get into some evidence here and go through what I kind of found. I click around when I get home, decompress from my slave job. And, I get my coffee on, I get my smoke on, I kick back, and I dive into research. And this is what I kind of found recently. Infinity coming up. Bear with me, please. Brick love, everybody out there. One love to you and yours. Melted Red Brick University. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is where you're going to get from A to Z in Meltology, man. Like Laughing Eagle said, he's been rolling up joints, throwing them out there, and he's been rolling up these joints and posting them for a long time now. And I followed them, every one of them, up to now, So I suggest you do that. Click into all the chill out zone, post up on the YouTube and Facebook, and just check that workout, man. It's just brilliant stuff. All right, here we go. I'm listening for that ding in the background. So if you grab that link, I'll hear you. I'll click out and bring you on in. So hope to see you. What we're looking at here is a pic downward of a place called Serpent Mound in Ohio, the United States. And, they've been researching this thing forever. The local indigenous of long ago built this, and it's mysterious, and they don't understand what it's for. And they've tied it to astrological signs and ley lines and everything else out there. But they've never looked at it through the eyes of meltology, through the eagle eye, as we do. So we're just going to bump down here, and you can see why they call it Serpent Mound. We have this here, and it tails all the way up. and around. And they say this is the head where it's biting into an egg or something. Well, we look at it through meltology. We're looking at a downward shot, which gives us a nice little span around it, because we got to look at everything when you're looking at meltology, because it's all the same structure. So, we get down in here and we see melt. We got some vegetation here, but you can see the lines. You can still see C14 blocking. You can still see all the signatures of the X factor. So we know this whole thing is attached. And as we get into it here, looking at it through the eyes of meltology, we can start seeing the brickwork, the block work, things that buildings have. Kind of bumping it, kind of popping it a little bit for you, give you a better perspective of it. Wall going all the way across there. So we know this is structure. This feature here is not in its original state, because it's on the melt. It's part of the melt. So we know that this thing shifted and twisted down in the melt with the structure that it's on. You can even see it go down here, and it's connected into the melt right here. Look at that. Let me pop this a little bit for you, a little brighter if I can. It's invested right here in the melt. See it? So this is structure, man. And I've done this kind of thing with the Nazca lines too. If you caught some streams a few weeks ago, a couple months ago, you'll see that. And, that same thing we're looking at here. Carry on here, see where we're at. And, you see this here, you see the skyline. And this is another mound. And this one's in Georgia, in the United States, the state of Georgia, on the East Coast, right above Florida, right below South Carolina. And you'll see these structures, and they're everywhere. And they're attributing them to the Incas and the pre-civilizations of their false narratives. And this is in Georgia, and this is another mound, they say. And this is typical of the United States on the East Coast and the Ohio Valley, stretching down into Georgia and all of that. These mounds are everywhere. Everywhere. Little popping of it here. And there's vegetation growing on it, of course. But they're acknowledging that this is not a geological structure. This is a mound, a built prehistory structure as far as their narrative goes. So they're acknowledging that this is not geological. They're acknowledging that this is not sedimentary layers or erosion or anything like that. They're acknowledging and accepting that it's a structure that was built. So they can acknowledge this, but they can deny meltology. See how they do? They get to acknowledge what it is, but then they get to choose the narrative that they want to tell you that it is. And they call us conspiracy theorists. With all the evidence that we've been through, with all the evidence that Laughing Eagle brought to you, and that I'm showing you right here again, they will deny that this is melted. Look at the flow on this wall. Look at the flow on this wall. And they deny that this is melted. They how do they explain this? How do they explain this? And this is in Georgia. This is in Georgia. Apertures back here. Look at the wonkiness of this one down here. Look at the flow, the state of matter changing in this structure. And the bricks just popping, doing what they do, twerking, brick blocking, blick rocking, balloon rocking. They're just fucking going crazy, man. Look, you C14 loaded in here. Look at this transition right here. From this melt to this melt. We got a lot of C14 here. We can even make out brick in it. Okay. And we can see how this kind of melt wraps around from behind. It's starting to come through here, and then bam, we got this transition. But how are we going to explain? You know, they got their little plaque over here, giving you their bullshit, whatever it is. And this is common. It's either a plaque with a bullshit narrative or a religious sigil with a bullshit narrative. You know, this is why we call out geology. We call out the academia because they obviously are liars. Liars. And here's a shot I got, and this one I found pretty interesting. You know, they're doing some kind of excavation, some kind of things here. It looks like they got some kind of a pump coming down in here. And this is down under. You can see the top level up here where they got their trucks and they're standing and all of that. But this goes down in here. And what the fuck, you know, this is a pipe going through here, through the melt. And I like getting into things like this because they expose down below in the melt. And we see, look at that melt right here. Right, here's a nice little panoramic shot, not a panoramic, but a high elevation shot. And you know, these kind of pics here, people just gloss right over. They don't understand what they're looking at. And what you're looking at is huge melted structures and the infrastructure of the old world lost in the melt. And I'll show you what I'm talking about right here. Go down here, C14 laden. Look at that, rich in C14. Getting cooked, going crystal down below it. You pop it a little bit here, see if I can bring it a little bit more into where I'm trying to show you here. We can see the flow of the melt, the block, the structure, the levels in this melt. Losing it right here. Okay, all of this blown out structure. And then we look at the water line. Okay, let's go over here to the water line. Look at the straight edge on this. The straight edge is out in the water. Okay, and this berm down here that borders all of this. We can see how it splays out, goes starfordish. See how this piece is down under the water is bulging out right here. This is all melt. This is all old world structure, hydraulic. And I don't even know if it's hydraulic because the floodwaters come in after the melt. They took the path of the pockets in the melt and ending up in spots like this here. Now, if we go down here into the water along this roadway, we can look out into here and we can see structure down in the melt. As we see all the time in meltology, looking through the water. And this piece back here, it connects all the way back here, is melted structure. You can see the apertures down below. You can see the color differentials. You see the ghosting going on. Wall, expansion, apertures leaning back, flowing out into the melt. So when you look at pics like this, man, automatically I go right into meltology because I know what it is. All this melt vast out here, you know. Yeah, man. And, you know, we've searched the melt. We've gone out there and looked in the melt, you know, and there's people that, you know, I grabbed a few shots here of these and these people will go out here and what these are, who knows? They look like little huts or something where you could stay, but what really are they? And why are they foundationed on the melt? Are these little bungalows for vacationers to come out here? And what's this over here? Is this the toilet? What's this? The visitor center? What? Why is this down in the melt like this? You know. And they're right here at the base of this structure. Look at this. We know what this is, crew. Look at the face right here. You can see the structure in it. You can see the color differentials. You can see the definition. You can see the apertures once again. Look at that. Right angles, doorways, arches, expansion, all of this out here. And they're up in here, crawling on it, crawling over it, crawling under it. Look at this arch. Look at this right here, this aperture right here, rock curtaining over this piece right here. So, you know, they're out there in the melt. Whether they know what they're looking at, most likely not. They're out there. See? Here's another one. What are these? Are they little huts? Or are they melt evidence being covered up to disguise as to what they are? Or are they tents being draped over this grid they put over them? Who knows? But they are at the end of these walkways that are in the melt. Look at the brick underneath. Structure underneath. So we know that these are in the melt. They're at the base of the melt off of this structure here. Look. You can still see stucco on the damn thing. You can still see concrete molding ghosts. Still see apertures ghosting the usual suspects of X Factor. You know. You can see back in here, they got their dome feature here and all this coming out into the melt. And we see apertures up here in the melt, structure up here in the melt. So what are they doing out there? I don't know. Interesting pick though. You know, we got this feature out there in the melt, all brick ash. Structure's way back here. We know what this is. So what's all this? We see the scorched out brick. We see the color differentials. We see modern looking stuff here. It looks like, I don't know. This is heat damaged. This is all heat damaged. What are these pieces doing here? They heat damaged. What is this place? What are these? Is this an old graveyard? What is this? Well, look at this wall cutting through here, this back wall cutting across here. This is melted structure. Look at the brick ash up in, you know, between it. Heat come from the bottom up, pulverized, disintegrated this shit. To the point where there's no plants growing on this area right here. All heat damaged. Out there in the middle of nowhere. You know, we've seen these kind of pics before. Like Laughter at the Eagle just showed a few just a bit ago, you know. What's this doing here? We know it's heat damage. We can see it. We broke it down. But then again, for anybody new out there, geologists, all academia out there, why? We know that this is structure right here. It's in the melt, man. All of this is in the melt. And this was the top of whatever the structure this was attached to. And they're definitely not going to build it for some kind of a defense. Defense of what? A remnant of the old world. A remnant of the old world. And I kind of popped through these the other night. Let me do something here, crew. Melted Red Brick University. Like, share, and subscribe. Donate if you can. Coming for the melt, Sunday Easy. Sunday Easy up in here, fervent heat, bringing you some Meltology ink. And I'm just going to pop into a few more picks that I have, maybe go into a different file for you. Still listening for that ping in the background. Still listening for that ping in the background. Once I hear it, I'll come in. You can break down some melt with me. Let me go to a file here. Melted Inverted Realm, Ox, Axe, Sandra Boys, Ballast Kiss, Brick Love, everybody. Brick Love, Drake. Devin Mike 69, if you're up in here. Bear with me, crew. Just looking for a certain file here. Come on now. Bring it to me. Here we go. Let's go into this one. Okay. Yeah, let's dive into this one. Anybody caught Pagan Temple yet? Spartan, Laughing Eagle rolled that up. Pagan Temple, he made a nice little vid on that. And it was amazing, Pagan Temple. And I grabbed some screenshots of it, and I want to break them down with you, crew. I want to break them down with you. And I'm up here. And what we have here is, if you watch Pagan Temple, we have a rendition piece here. And the head's gone, but this is the hand. We got brick expansion coming around it here. But just showing you the heat damage on this. Just showing you. And, I grabbed these specifically out of Pagan Temple because I wanted to show some stuff in that. Here's the bottom of that melt right here. And we're looking at renditioning in the melt. Renditioning in the melt. A Pagan Temple. Head's gone. We got this hand piece right here in the center coming across the chest, the arm. The bottom piece, again, torso blown out. Heat damaged. Everything is just heat. You can see it. You can see it. Obviously showing that this was a heat event. And these are some close-up poppers. I'm really wanting to get into the texture and everything in the melt here. And here's the renditioning coming in here. Just really detailed as far as getting in on this. Bottom part here, what we have is and I'll explain what we're looking at here. This is a rendition, and this piece was setting here something. But down here we have the feet of the rendition. Leg here, foot here, blown out, heat damaged. What does that to concrete molding, red brick? I mean, here's a better lighted view of the foot down here. You can see how, you can tell it's heat damaged. I mean, my gosh. Close up of the melt right here. Look what it does to the brick right in here. You can see it. It's going crystal in here, but it's still showing brick line in here. This expanding around this piece here. The color differentials, this is very hot here. You can see the color differentials in there. And this is becoming a lot more hotter, very malleable, and it's just expanding around this here. Coming down, expanding around this here. This is actually an aperture. This expansion's come up into here. You can see the gap right here. So this piece, the heat come from the bottom up. This piece expanded up through this aperture, freezing right here. You can see the color differentials and the depth. You can see him touching this piece here. You can tell the melt in that. You can't describe it as any other thing. Definitely not erosion. Huh? Definitely not in any kind of geological terminology. The only way you can explain this is through meltology. See? This is a rendition. Right here, what we're looking at is the face. Some people say they see a cyclops in this. So, this is a big rendition. This is the head, and what's happened here is it's been heat damaged, like all the rest of the structure that it's attached to, and it deformed it to where it shifted this eye. It looks like a cyclops. We're seeing inside here, and the heat damage and the expansion, twisting and shaping these things into different from what they looked like originally. This whole side of the face is blown out over here, the expanded. This is over here, shifted this way, give it a cyclop appearance with the beard of the rendition down here in the mouth and the upper lip, and all this getting just heat damaged as hell in here, distorting it. See? You can see the heat damage in this eye piece here. Distorting it. State of matter changing in this. The concrete moldings, all the features of this thing just blending out of the melt. Here's coming in. We got daylight out here. See that? And here's the rendition. Here's that cyclops looking thing here. And we see it. The only way to explain that is meltology. And this is an entrance over here we're looking out. And this is an up close shot of some crystallization going on in this feature here. And what we're seeing here is the beginning of a series of shots that I took. And these right here are, I've done presentations on beings lost in the melt. I've shown people skeletal remains fused into the melt. I've showed brick block structure fused into the side of the heads of skeletal remains, showing that they were in the melt and became one together in the melt. And what we're looking at here is another example of that. Now, if we look to the right or to the left over here, we see this arch feature, okay, showing that it goes that way through the arch. And what we're seeing right here, and I'll put it out here, this is what I think. I think that this person that we see on the right, because this is a skeletal remains of somebody right here. Here's the head. Here's a hand. And I think I'm beginning to see that this person was running for the entrance. This person was trying to escape the melt and got caught up in the melt. And I'll show you. Right here. And if you watched Pagan Temple, you would have seen this. But this person right here, I believe, was trying to escape the melt. Here's the head. See the face? Right here. Eye, spinal coming down here. This person's in the melt. This person was X-factored. This is the remains of somebody caught in the melt. See the expansion coming over the skull up here? See how it's invested in the melt? So the state of matter changed in this being. This was once a eating, breathing, drinking person, running for his life and being consumed in the expansion. See his arm coming right here? Here's his head. Here's his hand, arm, forearm coming down here. And we got this expansion coming right out. Look, Cutting right through him right here. Back here. Look at the brick in here. Look how it's getting very cooked out in here. Look at this mortar line going across here. And this shit expanded fast, and this guy was running for his fucking life. And I think that's what he was doing. And I think he didn't make it. Or she didn't make it. Another shot close up. We see the skull. Look at the skull. Look how heat damaged that is. Vertebrae. Melted, fused into the structure that he was trying to escape from. Head back here. See him? Head, vertebrae. Forearm, the ulna and the radius, the bones in your forearm, coming down here and meeting into the metacarpals, fingers, hand, right here. This is bone melted into the structure, crystallizing into the structure. Look at the hand. Look at the bone in the hand. Same bones you got in your hand, as far as we can tell. 5 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4. This thumb is gone. You can see the bones coming off here, but it's gone. Caught up in the melt. In action. And that's the thing about this, man. This person was in action. He was in movement. He had to have been freaking the fuck out. And this thing happened so fast that it trapped him just like this in the melt. See him? See him? Hand. In action, the flow of the melt. We can see the flow of the melt, the color differentials, the expansion, swallowing him, coming up and just catching him. See it flowing over his head, coming down, cutting through his body, leaving his hand, arm over here. He was in motion. He was in action. He was fucking running for his ass. Look at that, man. Hand here again. This extremity being lost in the melt. His body is being lost in the melt. Just phenomenal evidence right here. Arm again coming out here like he's running, man. Looks like his arm come up here maybe or something, lost in the melt. But this one clearly shows sprawled out right here. You can just see him in action. See? Hand, structure just consuming him or her. Head, vertebrae. Just showing you these, man. This is just insane evidence right here. Brought to you by Laughing Eagle. Through pagan temples. The joint he rolled up, threw out there for the YouTube and the Facebook. Check it out. Is very good. Look at this. I mean, just showing you. Look at the brick block down in here. Look at the structure down in here once again. all this expansion, all this melted flow coming out and just catching his ass, man. Because he's on the exterior of this flow. He's on this expansion coming out. If he would have been any further back in this area, we probably wouldn't even see him because he'd be in the melt. So you got to think, man, how many other skeletal remains of people are in the melt? And I'm talking realm wide. That's what we're living on. We're living on the casualties of this event, trapped in the melt by the hundreds of millions, billions. Who knows how many people were here before the melt? Look at the size of the structures. Somebody had to create them, didn't they? Are these the people that did it? Or the people that knew? Because it was pre-X Factor. There was no such thing as geology to them. They were living in the fucking geology. They built the geology. Who were they? Are they us? Are they us? All these people out there doing DNA searches on shit in the melt. They're coming up with DNA because there's so many fucking people trapped in the melt, consumed in the melt, turned into dust, nutrients for the C14 scabs in the melt. First pick on that. There again, there's that hand. Right on. Hold on, crew. I'm going to back out here just a second. Come center. I'm coming into the chat now. Oh, good. My chat's up now. StreamYard's working with me now. Facebook user, another smoking gun. Absolutely. 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 Another smoking gun. It's going to be mainstream media melt happening very soon. We hope so, man. That's why we do this. We want the word to get out. And we've been working hard for a long time for it to get out. And, it's good that it is. People are starting to wake up, starting to shake off their indoctrination, if you will. And when you open your eyes to this, man, your reality changes. The way you really see people and things changes a lot. Changes a lot. Still listening for that ding. Anybody want to grab that link? Do it. Come on up in here. Hang out with me for a second. Get used to coming on in, man. And that's the way you do it. That's how you start out. You get used to it. At first, you get nervous and all that shit. You're not sure how to flow your way through StreamYard, all that. Don't worry about it. We'll help you out. We'll get you through it. I made it. If I can do this, there's no doubt in my mind you can do this. None. Brick Love, Melted Red Brick University. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to click on an intermission here real quick because we're hour and a half in. And I will be right back. Just got to go see a guy about a dog, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to mute. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Let me get this under control here. There we go. It's coming down there. There we go. Nice. Brilliant. Brilliant. Come back up in here to the chats. Yes, it is me, Fervent Heat, bringing you Meltology Inc. back from an intermission. Thank you for your wait. Yeah, Brick love to everybody out there. I hope you like that first bit of evidence that I showed, the Pagan Temple one especially. Go back and review that and look through that bit again. That's just some of the most insane melt that I've seen to date. Brilliant capture by Laughing Eagle. And the way he rolled that up, man, threw it out there for us was just brilliant. You know, captivating, if you will. Captivating. Right on, add to stream. I'm going to get back into some evidence because I don't have a whole lot more time. Bring my infinity back up. And hold on a minute. I'm going to get a little background music bumping. Let me know I'm still up in here when I can't see my screen. And I'll just go with the, we'll go with daydreaming. Daydreaming, bump it up a little bit here. And hopefully we can hear that. Facebook use Melted Inverted Realm, Gaz A, Drake, Odin's Beard Cuntologist, I Am Nancy, Agony Pain, Melted Inverted Realm, all up in here. Into the Nest, Sandra Boys, IDM Ad, Brick love to everybody out there. Mocker Muris, Brick love to you. Welcome. Yeah, chat amongst yourselves, crew. Mods, do your thing, man. Brick love to everybody in there. Keep it love, man. Keep it love, Brick love. All right, here we go. We can come back into some evidence here. And like I said, I'll be listening for the ding. Grab that link. Grab that link. Come on in. Love to see you. Would love to see you. And let's see here. Come into a few more. I went through those yesterday. Went through that. Metropolis. We'll come into some poppers here. Because I love to break down the melt, man. Be on the hunt. We got one here, and we've seen these kind of things before. Look at that. Look at the size of these people compared to the size of the melt. And that's what's mind blowing to me. Everything in that is structure. Even the sand, the brick ash, that's part of the structure too. So that, these size differentials really show us the massiveness of this realm. Features like this that we just glaze over, people just are so tiny in this setting of these melted structures that they don't recognize it. It's like, if you think about an ant and what we look like to an ant, or what the buildings and the sidewalks and the structures look like to the ants. Well, is that the same comparison of how we observe this melted realm? Were these structures on that size? I mean, obviously the melt's showing us this. These were massive, realm wide, all interconnected. And this particular chunk in here just got cooked the fuck out. Devoiding of most C14. But we know its structure. We see it disintegrating. We see it in the skylines of the structures. We know that this is not erosion. Look, come on now. Look at this feature center pick. There is no fucking way, hell, that this is geological, because geology is fake, it's false. It's about as real as gravity, all right? It's about as real as NASA. Look at this. Structure. Brick block. Look at that right here. Coming down. Twisting as it goes down. Look. See the angle of this up here? This is a right angle up here, comes out here. Then this just fell right in here. Look at it collapse right in here. Look at the aperture right here and the stucco on the side of this shit, man. Look at that melt. And how it's just fused in here. And down below, what's it hooked to? Oh yeah, more structure. Because that's what it is. You know, when you go through meltology and you know, go through the evidence after evidence, and after everything that I've seen up to now, being part of this, getting up in here, and you know, all the evidence being shown by all meltologists out there, man, you know, it's just insane to even accept the false narratives anymore. Really, I mean, come on now. You gotta be level-headed thinking people, man, with critical abilities about you to distinguish between fact and bullshit. And we show you that geology is bullshit. Meltology is fact and it's truth. Right there, look. This structure, obviously, you know, I'll bump through. I mean, you guys are salty out there. You know, I'm talking to the Eagle Eye crew. And for anybody new up in here, man, learning about meltology, you'll become better at picking this out too. Shots like this, well, anywhere now, I automatically see melted structure because I know it's there. I can distinguish it. Just like this pic here. Massive structures. This and this were connected, are connected to everything else in the melt flow. But this structure, this chunk and this chunk were connected. And we can see the clear structure in it. The wall right here. Clearly structure. Clearly structure. Down in here. Underneath here. Arch. See it? Wall. Expansion, pancaking, compressing together, sinking down into the melt. Get over here. You can see how this is all heat damage, but the flow, the lines, this is all sinking down. All this structure collapsed and flowed down into the melt underneath here. This expansion coming across the top of it here. In the flow down here. See it? In the flow of the melt coming out into here. Leaving structure laying waste in it as it's flowing out, down on itself. Splaying out, man. Just splaying out. Yeah, man, meltology, baby. It's pics like this that I just fucking love to get. Obvious melted structures. How many times do we have to break it down? How many fucking times do we have to break it down? I'll let you feast here, crew. I'll let you look. You can pick it out, man. Brick block. Look at this shit. Went block. Loaded with C14 steel up in here. Leaving apertures everywhere. Structure lost in the melt everywhere. You know. Look at this. Look at the spacing on these, man. Boom, 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 boom. They're all symmetrical. See that? Boom, boom, boom on this side. And then we have this huge chunk right here that's not like this pattern or this pattern. This pattern breaks up right here. We have these structures blown out, melting out down here, lining around this here, whatever this feature was here, expanded and blown out. Coming forward. I mean, who knows how big the, look, these could have been huge fucking renditions, huge columns, huge whatever going up, but they're leaning back and flowing out into the melt in the foreground. Look at the heat differentials from all this up here to all this bread dough looking shit down here. And we look down in here and we see structure. We see block brick in the melt, in the flow of the melt, mortar snot in the flow of the melt. Yeah, man. I've seen these pics before, but they're fascinating, man. These give obviously, you know, shows you the expansion. It shows you the color differentials, shows you how the buildings are compressing and flowing into each other, you know. Pancaking, rock curtaining, flowing over, around the structure, all out into the melt down here. Yeah, man. You know, and people don't question this. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Move along, move along. The bread and circus is over there. Don't pay attention to this. That's what they want you to do. Do not pay attention to the obvious. Do not pay attention to the obvious. They want us stupid. Look at this app. I mean, look at that. It's just pasted with structure, man. Look at all the apertures in here, man. I mean, even up here underneath this. Huge piece of structure back here. See it? See it? Here's the internals here. Look. Right in there. See them? Expansion, man. C14 apertures. All part of this. What's remaining of this? All up in here. Nothing but apertures up here, lining this whole piece. Looking up underneath here, we can still see the brickwork on the exterior part here. This expansion coming out here. The rest of the building's gone. This is even kind of drooping a bit. See how this is flowing over? Expanding out this way. Melting, man. Yeah, man. Just showing you some poppers here. We've seen some of these before, but these just stand out and scream fucking structure. Don't you agree? I certainly do. The heat differentials from this piece here, I mean, look, this is structure. We see the balloon rocking and everything going on. But then to this back here, look at that, man. All heat damage structure. Look at the pancaking going on up here, coming down here, and the ballooning out of this wall on this side here. Scorching out, ballooning out, changing the state of matter, shifting and warping the internals and the externals of this structure. And I mean structure because look, up here. Then we go down, heat comes from the bottom up, inside out, look, boom. And just traveled all the way up the structure in here, man. Just fusing all this together solid, leaving ghosts here of the right angles of the structures, leaving apertures here lost in the melt. You know, this flowed, apertures in it. Just stringing out the melt. Look at your lines in here, man. This is all brickwork. This is all when expanded into block, huge flow lines. These structures were massive, man. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? See? This is just a part of the structure here. The rest of it's gone. This is a fraction, a corner piece, who knows, a side piece of the building that used to be there. This is the only thing left of it. So how big were these fucking things? Huge, beyond huge, beyond huge. Yeah, man. The melt flow. The melt flow. Color differentials, you can see the way this came down. Look at the ridge up here. Look at this ridge up here. Look at the walls coming down into the melt. Look at how this piece, look at this right here. See how we got the verticals going up here and we got apertures ghosting out here. We got brick block. We see the expansion, the scorching, the being cooked out. It's so hot. Look what it did, man. Follow my cursor. Up here, we got structure. See? Structure. And as it comes down, man, look how it spans out. Look at this rubble. Comes down here. And the structure, the internals are all just flowing out into the melt. All of this is melt flow. Leaving ghost apertures, leaving faint glimpses of the structure in it, man. Look. Look. See it? It's just fucking twisting down here into the melt. Right in here. You can still see structure, aperture, same thing. C14 rich as fuck in here. This is all red brick structure, man, that just blew out and melted down. Look at this wall right here. Look at this. Coming down here. Big chunk still sticking up here. Apertures in it. You do something here. See it better? This wall piece coming down right here, stringing out. On this side, melted structure, rock curtaining after rock curtaining going down over it. On the other side, look how it's all splaying out right here. Just flowing out this way. The heat differentials are off the chain in this one here. Massive structure, sinking down into the melt, splaying out as it goes. Right there. Yeah. I see column. I see column. I see blue sky, because that's all that's left. Look how hot it was, man. Look at the internals here of the structure. Look at the apertures in here. And this is the internal floor plans melted down onto itself in here. This is what we're seeing. This isn't coral. These are massive structures here, man. Massive. You used to stand next to them, you'd be way the fuck down here. Showed this one yesterday out in the middle of nowhere. What do we got? Bam, melted structure right here. Spartan showed this one a lot. I've picked up on it, showed this one because it's just a brilliant meltology pick right here. Absolutely brilliant. We'll start right here. Looking down, we're right here, and we're coming across, looking right into this expansion here, and then underneath we can see. Look how it just flowed out. Look at the flow pattern on this melt right here. Compressing, pancaking as we go down. Leaving these pieces right here, man. Look at this. Coming up here, coming up here, coming up here. Falling back into the melt. The expansion coming up and eating them from behind. Look. See how we got this over here and we got this side over here, and the color differentials are pretty much the same right here and in the middle. This one's different. Still see apertures renditioning in it, structure in it. I contend that these were column pieces that just this came expanded up. These fell back. They're blended in the melt. They're fused together. That's what I'm seeing, because that's what the evidence shows me. You can see how the expansion was coming from behind these pieces right here, bulging out here in the middle. Look how squeezing through the middle of these two here. And as we come up, we see ghost apertures everywhere up in here. C14, scorched, and the lean of this thing as well. The top. Expansion coming from the bottom up, shoving through these things, melting back, just leaving an incredible shot here. And the face over here. Expansion here coming up, rock curtain over the top of this here, aperture right here, arch aperture of some sort right here with the expansion coming up, shoving through. Quick poppers. Still listening for that ding. Grab that link, man. Grab that link. Come on in, man. Don't be shy. Do not be shy. Do not live in fear. Nothing to be afraid of. No pressures, man. Just meltology, that's all. Just meltology. Just grabbing picks, bringing them in, breaking down the melt is what we do. Is what we do. Another popper here of this structure that melted down like candle wax. Kevin Mike 69, I'm a little bit tardy. Laugh out loud. What I miss? Oh, the memes. Laughing Eagles, brilliant evidence, and I'm just flowing through some things. Grab that link, Kevin Mike. I'll listen for you, brother. You don't have to stay long. I don't have much time left anyway. But get somebody up here in the nest, man. Show that it can be done. Melted structure. And I get it why a lot of people don't. We live around people, we work around people that don't get this, and you start expressing this kind of stuff on your average Joe indoctrinated out there, their eyes are going to glaze over and they're going to think you're fucking crazy. So I get it as far as not wanting to come up and show your face and all that. I get that. Avatar up. Come on up in there. Come on up in here. I myself don't give a fuck. My family knows how I feel about shit. I've told them. Yeah, they think I'm nuts. They think I'm crazy as fuck. But who's more crazy? They still believe they live on a spinning ball. Yeah, they believe that their voting counts. Meltology, baby. Meltology. Sunk down, man. This whole piece down. You can see the melt consuming it from the bottom up. Big aperture right here. Expansion coming up, but sinking down. Color differentials around it, man. Going crystal here. C14 laden here. And buoyancy and density taking over and dragging everything down into itself. Just going to bump crew. Some familiar, some not. Come on now. Come on now. That's not, it doesn't look like a fucking building. I know it does to you, crew, but if you're out there just watching this, just listening to me ramble on here, all right, you're telling me that does not look like a structure to you? I mean, really? You're going to believe that tectonic plates shoved this up and made this look like this? Really? Well, I know that's what you had to say to pass your test to get through school. But we're showing you the false narratives, the indoctrination that you've been instilled in you. If you can't tell that this is a structure, then the indoctrination is very strong with you. And they'll get absolutely aggressive in their defense of their own stupidity. When you show them the truth, you show them they can't explain this. This is too much for their fucking brains to handle. That's why people don't see it. It's too much for their brains to handle. And it is like that. I agree with that. When I was indoctrinated just like everybody else, man. And when I saw this, and I can't unsee it, and neither can you, you've really got to start being honest with yourself. And that's where the paradigm shift happens. That's when you start questioning your faith. Because yes, you've been indoctrinated in that too. As well as your education, because that's indoctrination. So you have to throw all that away. Everything you're comfortable in your head is to thinking what is true. And now finding out that it's not. Finding out something totally different here. As far as what we live on. And when we say these things were massive, we mean it. When we say this X Factor event happened, we mean it. And when we say we have the evidence to show you, we mean it. We mean it. And we welcome anybody to come up and debate this with us. Because there won't be a debate. There won't be a debate. The evidence will speak loud enough. Driving through melt, man. Structure, big structure. More big structures. Melted buildings, melted red brick university is where you're at. The Sunday Easy is what we're doing. Chilling, showing you meltology, man. Showing you that this realm has been hijacked by parasitic psychopaths. They're bleeding and sucking humanity dry and have been forever. enslaving our minds and trying to take over our bodies. Literally. Trying to claim you as property. Literally. If you don't believe me, look on the back of your social security card and you'll find a red number on the back. That is your stock exchange number. Yeah, because you're being traded like livestock. Like livestock. Where I'm at here, I got about another hour left. Good. Let's see where we go from here, crew. Let's just take it and ride with it, fly with it. Give me a second. Let's go with that was that one. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your headspace. Thank you for being here in the nest with me. Grab that link. Come on in, please. No pressure. Once you do it, you'll come back. Because it's that way. Meltology is this way. It is captivating, and when you start breaking down melt and becoming part of the conversation with other meltologists, you see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. Spreading the love, spreading the brick love. It's very, very addictive. Anybody see melted structure? See how it's lost in the melt? Flowing down, sinking down into the melt. Heat come from the bottom up, pulverizing the fuck out of everything. Looking up. Compression. Again, these things were massive structures. Look. And we're taught that, again, these are sedimentary layers. This is erosion. Well, it's very fucking selective if that's the case, because they leave fucking structures, apertures, windows, doors, brick lines, block lines, rock curtain over the top. Look at the block work in this. Blows geology, academia right out of the fucking water. Right out of the water, man. Highway, car, cutting through the melt, cutting through the massive structures that make up this melted realm. Look at this chunk right here. Why is there half an arch right here? Why is there structure in here? Why is there block up here? There's melt up here. It's all part of this, and this is leaning back this way. Look, follow down here. See how it tapers up this way? Flows up this way, and these are kind of going at an angle here. This one's shifting down. This whole wall piece is apertures loaded up in here, scorched out. You can still see C14, but they're leaning back into that, back this way, flowing out and down into the melt. This piece over here, look, dropped, flowing down into the melt. Aperture packed up in here. Brick block, C14, everything flowing down into the melt. Just letting you feed, crew. Zooming and popping. Zooming and popping. What's this? You see it? You see it? Look how these came down. We got this line coming across here. This is all structure. Look at the ghosting through here. Look how these walls are just, this line going across is this level. And then this is the bottom and it's just blowing out down here, sprawling out. Look what it caught here in the flow of the melt. Aperture structure everywhere in here. You can see how these came down. This is coming down. Look at this one here. Then this one here, then here, then here, then here, and they go across. Right underneath all of this up in here. You see it. Collapsing down, splaying out. All of it. Continuously. But you find all kinds of torqued out structures in that little pocket of survival, because that's what this is. This is a pocket of survival on the top of the melt flow right here. The rest of this is all splaying out down here, forming valleys. There's a structure down here at the bottom. In the melt flow, leaving nice nutrients and water for these pretty flowers. Farmer, melt flow. And we see the undulation, we see the bumps, the flow out here. Now I'm looking at this piece over here that he's plowing on. Okay. And I see this wonkiness, this go up here, and then it comes across, and then it goes down here. And he's dragging, he's plowing all of this in here. And we get into color differentials and stuff. And, we start popping detail. You start seeing the structure, what's left of it. The lines, once again, the apertures, the color differentials showing the flow, the dropping of the melt down here. So I doubt if he's plowing this in here. He's plowing all around it here, but he'd flip his tractor if he was on this up here. Yeah, man. Meltology, man. People will call this volcanic lava flow, when we show that it's melted brick. See? Melted structure, melted brick structures, melted red brick university. Do the pancaking here. Sprawling out this way. Expansion over expansion over expansion. Squeezing down, causing these compression lines. Terracing over itself. Flowing over itself. Again, some poppers crew. Yeah, man, the expansion and the state of matter changing in these structures were so rapid. It happened so fast. And the evidence shows that, man. How else would this have happened? Where's the rest of the structure? Well, it's gone, but here's the remaining top part of it. Look what it did to the top. Look what it did to the tops of these structures, man. Where's the rest of the structures? They're fucking vaporized. They're gone, man. Showing you the melt, how hot this shit was. I mean, you have to try to wrap your head around it. This is real. This is meltology, man. And it'll sure take you on a journey. Look at that. Look how cooked out this got up here. Look how viscous this was out here, man. Look at how it took this structure up here. Look at this. Aperture right here. C14 structure down below. Look how it's falling down into the melt. Look at that. Big expansion balloon rocking going on up here. And I think this thing went whomp and came over this way. Rock curtaining over this piece in here. Ballooning out, expanding over this right here. Showing you the brickwork, the block work, the apertures, the structure. Yeah, structure that it is. And look what it did. Heat come from the bottom up, shot through this thing, melted the fuck out of everything here, blew the rest of the buildings gone. And this is now the weight of this thing and the buoyancy. This thing is shifting. And we can see how the X factor energy, the electrical heat energy, cooked all this out in here. Look at this. See all this white stuff? This is crystallized, cooked out, man. And as we go up here, we see that it's wall. We see that it's brick structure, block structure. See it? And we see how that electrical energy just shot up in here. And look at the walls here. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up. And they're all just stringing out, man. Down into the melt. Pulling this fucking taffy material, if you will, down into the melt. Twisting it as it drops. Lines. This building's sinking down. All this is sinking down, man, and just melding together. Then we got apertures right here. Bam, 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 bam. Stuff right here, right through here. This is all melting down, and this is the melt sink point right here, in here. Apertures right here getting lost in the melt. Stringing on down, you can see how it comes down and this flows into this pocket. Yeah, baby. A lot to look at. Huge melted civilization. I would zoom, but I won't dally. Beyond humongous, beyond our comprehension. I'm trying to read the chat a little bit here. Curtis 47, Brick Love, good to see you up in here. Yes, I am a little bit relentless, a little diligent, if you will. Yeah, man, my name is Dean and I'm a meltologist. And people think I'm fucking crazy. But I point out the obvious. Look, bricks, chicks with bricks, walking her way up, not knowing what she's on. Mr. Relentless, Meltology Inc. I'll tell you, you want relentless? You look at Laughing Eagle's work, Spartan Red's work. That's called relentless. There is no stop switch with that guy. You got it? He's always on melt, as he shows us. Time and time and time again. Over and over and over, the joints he rolls, the sparking we do, the smoking of them, enjoying the melt, learning about it. Through his talent, bring it up. All that wonderful things like the Pagan Temple, like the new one that he just put out again today. Please check it out. Go on the YouTube, the Facebook. You'll see it. Suggest you watch it. Brilliantly done, as always. What's that? Oh my gosh, what I love about Meltology, man. I know it's there. It's always there. It's always there. No matter where you're at, you're on the melt. We are children of the melt. We are the survivors of the survivors, man. You know, all these questions that we ask as humanity are we're lied to about it. Why? Why? Because we're a lot more powerful than they want us to know. That's why. That is why. Singular, easy to deal with on an individual basis for these fuckers. As a collective, cat's out of the bag, man. Meltology has ripped a hole in it. When they have to start answering for shit is when the house of cards falls. When people understand this, it's over. As far as their control over us, we start seeing them for what they really are. And we start seeing us for who we really are. And we take away the separation that they've forced upon us through religions, through governments, creating things like racism. Yeah, they're the ones that invented it. They're the ones that keep pushing it. They're the ones that keep causing conflicts with it. Gaslighting people is what they do. Because if you gaslight people and you get them fighting amongst each other, well, they're not even going to fucking pay attention to you if you're controlling shit. Meltology will pull us all together in the same headspace where we need to be. And start demanding accountability for the treachery, for the lies, for the murder. Because this realm, before the X Factor, was created by beings that obviously worked together to create it. How many of them? I would say by the billions, trillions, maybe. They tell us we plopped out of a monkey's ass, is what they're wanting us to think. Why would they say such a thing? Why would they try to paint that picture in our head as to where we came from? Religion will tell you that we were created by a creator. We were created by something, by something, by who knows what this realm is, who know how we fit in it, but we're here. And this melt is here. And this is structure. And when you have structure, you have to have logistics, you have to have material, you have to have manpower, or you have to have thought process. And I don't think that people or beings that made this before the melt had a mentality of killing each other. It just doesn't fit. Think about it. You want a house built, okay? You want somebody. You're going to hire some contractors to come in and build your house, and wire your house, and plumb your house, and doing everything else to your house, roofing your house. Okay, all those laborers out there building your house. Now, picture them fighting amongst each other while they build your house. What's your house going to look like after they're done, if they even finish? Now, if they're all in the same headspace and working together, well, your house is going to be perfectly fine and well built, I'm sure. Just popping through, crew. Listening for the ding. Waiting for somebody to grab that link. Grab it. Do it. Come on up in here. Come on up in here. Melt right here. Look at this. Rubble. Structure. Expanding. Sinking down in. Causing this little valley in here. Structure. Look at the side compared to this side. See how it's shifting down into the melt? See how it's playing out right here in front of us? Look at this corner. Concrete mold. Shifting that way into the melt, dropping down. This one over here flopping right over, sinking down this way, facing forward actually. You can see these expansion coming this way and it's leaning forward. Down into the melt. This is the foreground of this here. This was all nice, pristine, then the X factor happened and then bam, blew this out all in here and this sank down right here. Wow. Sank down into the melt. See how big it is over here? And as it tapers down into the melt, the rest of the structure is right here. This is where the rest of the structure is right here. Showing you the melt flow, showing you the expansion, showing you the pancaking, showing you the structure in it. And I'm just pointing and dragging, crew. This is meltology. Meltology is this simple. Meltology is this simple. Showing you. It's right there. It's right there. It's right in front of us. All of it. Person. Giving you size comparison here. Structure. Brick. Apertures. Wall. Expansion. From the bottom up, inside out. This is the shell of this brick block. Aperture of some sort right here being filled out, shifting into the melt. Structure. Now this is popping. This brickwork is just expanding, cooked out here, leaving the shell once again. Pancaking. This is how fast this fucking thing blew, man. My God, look at this. We have the left side, okay? Look at our lines here. Look at our apertures here. See them? Arch, arch, up here, arch, arch, arch. Shifting down, your line's going down this way into the melt here. This one on the right side, pretty much horizontal. Pancaking down, see? Aperture, 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 apertures, man. Openings, doorways, windows. Setting down on itself pretty much flat. Expanding and shoving all this out, compressing it together. Then we have this one in the back. Look at this. We see how our lines are going this way. Follow my cursor. See, we're coming down. We're at this angle here. All this is coming down at this angle here. We come right here. All this is coming down under here at the same angle, the same expansion here. But then we get to the top. And look at this shift line right here. Look at this shift line right here. This is sinking back. Different from this here. See our lines? These are going this way, up and around. Expansion big time up here, losing all your compression lines pretty much. And this is flowing in a different angle back here. Look. This all pancaked down over this here. Got to remember the rest of the building's gone. Look at this right here. I contend this is a big column blimp right here. And the other one got 8 out right here. This and this are the same. This is a column piece that came up here. This is a column piece over here. This is down lower. It's shifting down here. This up here is blowing out here. We got a cut line here. This is shifting in here now. The color differentials are different. And then it came down over the top of this expansion piece coming out of the middle of this big arch that was right here. You can go back in there. You can see back in there. You can see that this was inside of this structure and it's falling back and shifting. It's just a crazy shot here as far as your lines go. Just love it. Meltology, man. Meltology, baby. These things went up fast, man, and they compressed quickly, straight down on itself, man. Just splaying out. Going Starfordish, if you will, at the corners of Starforge. They got that edge that juts out, just like this. Look at the expansion here. Just flowing out. Love doing this. Bringing you the melt as best as I can. As best as I can. Look at the scorching going on in this shit up here. Look at the viscosity in that, man. Look how it's shifting here. Back this way. Yeah, man, melt flow. C14, color differentials. Buildings. This wall piece here connected to these, blown out. Everything's sinking down in the middle here. Going out into the melt. The ghosting of the structure. Compressing down each level. Each level was just a different level of the structure in here, man. See? the ghosting, the apertures, the doorways, all of that in here is the levels of these structures, man. Unrecognizable now as to what they were before. Why and how would they build this in here, and why is it all heat damaged out? Expanded red brick. Looking out over the melt, man. Gotta think this thing was going like this. It was vibrating, it was shaking, it was moving, it was settling, it was falling, it was dropping, it was expanding, it was twisting, it was churning, it was twerking. It was fucking fried, man. Realm wide. See? Cooked out completely of C14 up in here, man. Going elephant skin balloon rock and coral, they call it if it's underwater. And then it flowed. Look at the C14 rich in here, man. This is all part of the same structure. This is just the building. Lines still in it. Look at your compression lines. Is it's turning and churning down into the fucking melt. I got to keep an eye on my time because I'm going to get rambling on here, man. I lose track. I do. I mean, fucking hell. Just feast your eyes, crew. That's why I do this, to bring this to you, because I love you, and I truly do. I fucking mean that. If you've got the eyes and you're paying attention to meltology and you're out trying to show people, I love you. Because I know what you're going through. As far as trying to explain this to people, I know what you're going through. Been there, doing that still. I stand strong with meltology. I support wholeheartedly my brother, Laughing Eagle Spartan Red, the work that he's done. There's nobody out there that's put out more work and brought more people into meltology than Laughing Eagle Spartan Red. Bar none, no one. And he inspires me to do this. I really had to pull myself together and learn the tech, investigate, research the melt, evidence after thousands and thousands and thousands of evidence. Spartan Red's been through millions, literally analyzing them. Nobody else out there in this meltology world has done that. Extensive research that he has. That's why I support him. That's why I'm part of this. That's why I love and am honored to be up here with him, bringing this to you this way. This is how important it is. It's not about me. It's not about Spartan Red, Laughing Eagle. It's not about any other meltologist out there individually. The work is great. The cohesiveness is needed. But individually, we're nothing. Cohesive mindset, humanity coming together to understand this, that's a different story there. Then it means everything. Because that's the only way this is going to be brought out. People love drama. People love sensationalism. Well, we give it to them because this is beyond sensational. This is jaw-dropping, paradigm shifting, mind melting, if you will. altering perceptions. We're wanting people to perceive this melt for what it is and for not what they've been told it is. Meltology, baby. You know, we see this melted realm and we know that this fits in the puzzle as to what happened here. And we have our own thought processes on this. If you've ever looked at our streams from a year ago when we researched what our brother, Eagle Eye crew member, Stefan Pepin brought his mindset on the Sunkist event, what he called it, that happened over China. That's something that we've looked deep into and we're still looking deep into because it holds water. It gives us the evidence for that. If you look at China and everywhere around China, all the stand countries that border China, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, all the other stands, look at those areas that border China. You'll see what we're talking about. Yeah. Got a few more minutes here. I got about 15 minutes here. Let me back out here just a second. Come center here. Close this out here. Bring myself right here. Right here where I can see you in the chat. And I'll break some chat down. Greet some crew. Spread the brick love, if you will. We have Harry Turk, brick love to you. There's no such thing as deserts. You're exactly right. They're fucking melted buildings, brother. Exactly right. You're looking at brick ash when you're looking at a desert. It's not sand, it's brick ash. And the buildings, they're in the brick ash. How do I ding? Grab the link. I threw it out there earlier. Like I said, I do not have much time left. I do have to work here in a little bit. So I got to prepare and get ready for that. But I did throw the link out there. And it looks like this. And, all you got to do is click on it. It'll bring you into StreamYard. And you'll have to go into another StreamYard will pop up and it'll say enter StreamYard. You'll go in and do that. And you just follow the next button. And it'll bring you right up here into the nest, right where I'm at, the home of the Eagle Eye crew, the platform for Melted Red Brick University, created and provided by Spartan Red Laughing Eagle. And you will come up in here. I'll click you in and we just go from there. As far as showing evidence and all that other stuff, if you want to do that, very simple. We can walk you right through it. This is a great joy for me to do this because it's fun and there's a purpose for it, and that's what's important. Harry Turk, Facebook user. How is it we find red bricks? Hold on a minute. What we got here? Let's see here. How is it we find red bricks on the inside of a volcano crater? Because there is no such thing as a volcano. It was a giant structure that melted from the ground up because of the motherboard, the electromagnetic motherboard that was attached itself to the atmospheric energy and the ether. Well said. Well said. Because that's what happened. That is what happened. Facebook user up in here. Brick love to you. Making a lot of great comments up in there. Gaze, melted inverted realm. Drake, Odin's beard. Devin 69. Devin Mike was up in here. Agony pain. Agony pain. All Eagle Eye crew family up in here. Yeah, as far as spreading the word meltology and stuff, like I said before, you can try to tell somebody this. You can pull out your cell phone or whatever and try to show them. If they're not really, if they're pressed for time and you're catching them at just this moment, they're not really going to see it. And they're not really going to listen. You can tell them, well, click on this and check this out and all this, and it's up to them, but they're not going to see it. If you sit down with them, if you make time to sit down with them and come into the chill out zone, sit down and watch with them, let them listen, hang out, smoke one if you got one, get your drink, your eat on, and enjoy, and let them listen to the information that we put out. That way, all you do is sit back, enjoy the stream, enjoy them and their reactions on the information. Because when you show people this, you can truly see when they get it. There's a look that people get when they truly see what you're talking about, because there's a pause and you can see the wheels smoking in their mind, and you can tell when they get it. I've seen it happen, and it's a wonderful thing to turn somebody onto this, to help them visualize this realm for what it is, and to help them understand the deception that we live in. And that's why we try to keep it laughter, love up in here. That's why Spartan comes in, Laughing Eagle comes in with the memes and stuff, is we want to reach this high energy vibe, because the information that we're putting out is just beyond sad, beyond horrific when you really understand the evidence. So we try to keep everybody's spirits high up in here, because we can get on a negative flow easy when you're talking about the controllers of this hijacked humanity, if you will, this hijacked melted realm that they know about. So, we have to keep it lighthearted, man, and approach them with the evidence, the facts, the melt, because there's plenty of it. We've done a lot of work, and it's right there under our feet. They cannot get rid of it. But what they can get rid of is the intellectual thinking mind. That they can affect, as they've shown. So that's why it's important. Get up in here, get your confidence built up, grab that link, start being part of this melted message, if you will. But anyway, I can ramble. You all know that. Can't find it. Devin Mike, looking for your wrench, dude. I don't know why you don't have it. You do have mod capability. You did get the request, Devin Mike, and you did answer it. I see that. Still looking into that, brother. StreamYard's like that. I don't understand it, but we'll be getting you wrenched up. Devin Mike, you did get that mod request that I sent you, right? If you're still up in here, I'm looking for your response. I'll send it again if it didn't take. So don't worry, Devin. Got your back, brother. I'm looking forward to you getting up in here too, man. You've been up in here once just to hang out for a few minutes. Can't wait to see you again, bro. I'll hit you up on my off time when I get off work. We'll chat. We'll talk again. Because you got the eye, bro. You have the eye. And great evidence, as well as many other out there posting up in Melted Red Brick University. Fantastic evidence. And I'll just say real quick, on the university page, we keep it meltology, okay? There's a lot of things out there that, are important and stuff like that, and that we need to talk about and all that. But, if we do that, then it just infiltrates meltology. And, when I see posts up on the page, I'll remove them if they don't pertain to meltology. And if you're posting up stuff to promote yourself, your chan or anybody else's chan out there, we don't do that too. We're not a launch board for a trampoline for others out there. Everybody's got the ability to create a platform and promote the hell out of themselves. We've promoted a lot of meltologists in this platform. many throughout this last year and a half, have come up and got their start in the chill out zone. Melted Red Brick University, Eagle Eye Crew, and we love them all. Devin Mike says yes. All right, Devin, I'll check that out. Yeah, you're a moderator on the page. Yeah, I got you, Devin. Should have ability up in here too. But yeah, we'll get that straight, Devin Mike, 69. Odin's Beard Cuntologist, solid Spartan soldiers. All of you, man. Sandra Boys. Many others. I am Nancy. Just scrolling through. Don't want to forget anybody. I really appreciate your thought processes being up in here. Ox Axe. Brick love to you, brother. Curtis 47. Yeah. Just scrolling through the chat, looking at some stuff. Okay. Love it. Love it. Another stream, another Sunday easy. It's what I do. And you can do it too. So I do have to bounce. I do have to fly. I do have to catch that slave train, that bus coach to do what I do and do the deed and get it done and come back into my research so I can bring you some more later. We're going to be up again soon. The next ones are probably going to be evening streams. Those are my days off. We do the evening streams and we do longer streams then. These earlier streams, the morning melt with fervent heat, the Sunday easy with Laughing Eagle. Those are shorter streams. That's the morning. I do have to make them short. I can only do about 3 hours and then I got to fly. So on the weekends, short streams. In the morning, in the evenings, during the weekdays, long streams. Hang out, break down some melt. So again, Melted Red Brick University. Like, share, and subscribe. You can check out on Odyssey, Laughing Eagle's backup channel, Spartan or Die. Go into that, research the archives, look at the melt. You'll learn a lot. Brick love to everybody out there. One love to all. It was my honor and pleasure to be here once again, Sunday Easy, bringing you more melt. More melt. So with that being said, Brick love, one love to all. Be safe out there. Be kind to each other. Spread the word. And turn people on to Meltology, because it's very important if we're going to make any difference for our grandchildren's children's future. Brick love, one love. Fervent heat, bringing you Meltology Inc. See you soon.